Well, Max, speaking of people who battle anti-Semitism, I want to play a clip of the great Jonathan Greenblatt. I couldn't believe this. So here, she's asking a really bold question.
As a Jew myself who was very involved with Reform Judaism and goes to synagogue and is committed to Judaism, is there space to criticize Netanyahu without criticizing other Jews? Is there?
Okay, this is the most embarrassing anti-Semitism creating question ever. Like, a Jew has to ask someone whether you can criticize Netanyahu without criticizing the Jews. Like, she didn't even get the liberal Zionist talking point, which is that we pretend that like everyone hates Netanyahu, but Israel has the right to defend itself.
Well, she teed it up perfectly for him to make himself seem like the moderate, sensible
Exactly.
figure.
Because that's a real disconnect that a lot of us have.
So there's a few things to unpack here. So first of all, I'm definitely not an expert on Israeli politics. And I know that his approval numbers were quite low before and then immediately after October the 7th.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, Molly, they're quite high now. Israelis on both sides of the spectrum said very clearly we needed to deal with Iran, and they're appreciating that. Now, that being said, there is a lot of space to criticize policies of the Israeli government, the way they're prosecuting the war in Gaza.
They always say
No, there
that.
isn't.
They've never, ever allowed for that, and they've never engaged in that themselves, right? This is like their go-to talking point.
Yeah, the reason he's going after us is because we criticize their war in Gaza, which is central to Israel's existence, as Netanyahu said. They
Right.
need to commit genocide or they will cease to exist as a Jewish supremacist state. They openly say that day after day.